Hello, I'm Jerry Kelly, CEO of Kelly Natural Gas Pipeline. If you're watching this video, it's likely because you work in an amazing industry, the natural gas pipeline industry. Today, I'm going to share with you some safety tips around one of the critical tasks that we perform in our industry, digging around natural gas lines. As a contractor for the gas company, our primary goal is to take an existing safe system and make it safer. Therefore, we must always follow the proper procedure when digging around gas lines. So let's take a few minutes to go through the proper steps. First, you must call 811 at least 3 days before you start digging. This rule may vary depending on your state's 811 guideline. You must also have the sewer mains and laterals identified and video recorded. 3 days after notifying 811, and after the sewer mains and laterals have been identified, you must verify that all utility lines have been marked. The colors used to mark all underground utilities are as follows: blue for water, red for power, orange for communication, green for sewer, and yellow for gas. A handful of utilities are permanently marked above ground with small placards or transformers. Now, at this point, the water, communication, sewer, and power lines have been located and marked. However, the gas lines have not been located. It is always our responsibility to locate and mark all of the gas mains and gas services in the project area. After locating and marking all utilities, the next step is identifying and marking areas for spotting. Spotting involves carefully uncovering or exposing a section of the utility line to visually inspect it. This allows for verification of the line's burial depth, identifications of its material composition, and precise determination of its running direction. This scenario involves a 2-inch gas main line with 2 service lines branching off. The primary excavation will be conducted on the gas main line. Therefore, we must expose and verify the locations of the gas main line and both gas service lines. Always prioritize spotting gas service lines, especially before engaging mechanized equipment. This crucial step prevents potential damage and ensures safety, as service lines can run in unexpected directions, even toward abandoned structures. Remember, spotting eliminates any room for errors. Don't assume. With all spotting locations marked and utility verification complete, digging to uncover the gas lines can begin. You should always start by spotting the gas service lines first, then proceed to spot the gas main line. Be aware that due to grading and erosion over time, buried lines and utilities may not be as deep as you expect. The first step in the digging process is to select the proper tools. A hand shovel, such as a sharpshooter or round-pointed shovel, should be used. Please note that all shovels should have a fiberglass handle. You should also always have a fire extinguisher when digging around gas lines. Once the proper tools are selected, you can start the digging process at one of the gas service lines locations. Start by digging a hole parallel to the paint marking. This hole should be no more than 6 inches deep. Then start digging a trench across the marked gas line. Be sure to position your shovel at a shallow angle as you dig across the marking. Avoid stomping or leaning too hard on your shovel while above the marking. Continue this process until you can see the gas service line. Once you have visually verified and spotted the first gas service line location, you can move to the next gas service line and begin to dig to verify its location. Again, start by digging a hole parallel to the paint markings. Make sure that the hole is no more than 6 inches deep. Then dig a trench across the marked gas service line until you can visually see the line. Once you have visually spotted the second gas service line, you can repeat the digging process to verify or spot the gas main line in the identified working area. After you've spotted and verified the gas main for the proposed working area, you must follow the proper steps to dig the bell hole. Most bell holes are usually 4 feet by 4 feet by 4 feet in size. This can vary depending on the size and barrier depths of the gas main and the work task required. Regardless, the most efficient way to open up a standard bell hole is to utilize a mini excavator. However, you are not allowed to use a mini excavator or any mechanized piece of equipment inside of the tolerance zone. You must establish a tolerance zone for an area prior to digging. The tolerance zone is the width of the gas main plus 24 inches on both sides of the gas main. Please note that some states only require 18 inches, but at Kelly, we require 24 inches. Therefore, the width is always 24 inches plus the width of the gas line plus 24 inches on the opposite side. Once the tolerance zone is established, you can utilize a mini excavator to further expose the working area. However, mechanized equipment is strictly prohibited within the tolerance zone. Therefore, it is always a good idea to mark or create a placeholder to help constantly display where the tolerance zone begins. It is also mandatory that an operator uses a spotter when digging with a mechanized piece of equipment. The spotter will help direct the operator to prevent digging in the tolerance zone. Once the tolerance zone is established and the spotter is in position, the operator can start digging a 2-foot hole just outside of the tolerance zone. The spotter can also use a shovel to remove dirt from around the gas main line. The spotter should toss the dirt into the hole that the mini excavator has dug. This process is repeated until the gas line is fully exposed. This technique can be repeated whenever you use a mechanized piece of equipment to dig a bell hole. Please note that while this digging process can be repeated, each excavation site presents unique conditions. The depths you experience at one point may not be the same at another point. Therefore, treat each hole independently and use the appropriate caution and attention. No 2 holes are the same. Remember, our goal as a contractor is to provide continuous improvement throughout the gas pipeline system. Here's a quick recap of the key points covered. Always call 811 before you dig. Verify all utilities have been located and marked. Remember, as a contractor, it is our responsibility to locate and mark the gas line. Properly spot the utilities. Stay out of the tolerance zone with any mechanized equipment. And last, if you don't know, ask. When dealing with underground utilities, it is crucial to ask questions and seek clarification if anything is unclear. Our goal as a contractor is to provide continuous improvement throughout the gas pipeline system. By following these safe digging practices, we can all contribute to the safe work environment and ensure the integrity of our gas pipeline infrastructure. So thanks for watching and stay tuned for more safety tips.